and all those great things. But now, if you're so inclined, we'll do a quick Q&A and we'll go over that. Jerry, you got time to stick around? All right, let's see. Let's see. Thanks, guys. Gregory, I just entered. Close. You just got in. Guess got in. Close enough. Thank you. Practice safe decks. Ha ha. That's a good one.
That ought to be a t-shirt.
That's
that
a t-shirt right now.
T-shirt.
Yeah. My phantom wallet is full of dust. Yeah, exactly. Someone goes, that's a lot of work for 50 tokens. I don't want to have to follow people and retweet and comment. What the hell? Hey, how is the price action is kind of stagnant right now because you guys haven't really launched. You guys just went through the audit
yet. Yeah. There's no utility. See, the ERC20 tokens are actually just a placeholder. They, as well as the, Scorpion, hey, nice to see you. Glad you came over here. The ERC20 token is a placeholder. The actual HYPC token in our network is not, it's not a wrapped thing. It actually wraps other pieces of value. So like USDC, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever form of payment you want to use to pay for your computational resources, you literally can.
Gotcha. Interesting. Yeah, it's going to be, I'm excited because like I always said, the narratives are three things: Web3 gaming, DEXs, and AI parts. So we'll see how it works.
I'm sorry, Jim. Jim says this is boring. Jim, give us a topic.
Ask us some questions, and we'll make up the best thing that we can know how.
Okay, here's a good question. So Red Oak Craftsman, Jerry, could you explain the R and WHYPC tokens to me like I'm 5? Yes. Okay, so there's two native tokens on the Hypercycle network. One is a wealth creation token. One is a revenue token. Wealth creation token is, consider it like equity. So you buy your home, right? You buy your home. And although you are not constantly trading your home, right? You're not constantly in the market selling your home, buying it back, selling your home, buying it back. Your home does appreciate in value. And that value in Hypercycle is your connectivity, the uptime that you have, right? Your reputation on the network. Have you provided consistent computational resource to the network and done the work that you were contracted to do? Have you done that? So that's over there. And then the revenue side is here. I'm actually paying you for the 3 hashes that you just did for me, or the 25 terabits, or the 65,000 flops, or whatever metric your algorithm needs in computation to, so there's wealth creation, consider it like equity.
Mm-hmm.
And there's revenue that's no different than me getting paid by the hour. It's my time earns money.
Time is money. Time earns money. It's about time.
Yeah. So it's an interesting element. And so one of the things will be fun for you, Rob, is when we get you set up and get your node running on the network, the dashboard in which you'll be able to read these things. So you will get a lesson in those various network tokens and how they operate and what they do, and et cetera.
Et cetera, et cetera. Excellent. Et cetera.
I hope I did that okay. I hope that was a decent enough. Was that like a good 5-year-old explanation?
No, it's pretty good. Jerry has a great accent. To us, we'd like, I'm sure it's like people in like the UK, like, what accent? Let's see. There was a couple of them. Jungle Inc. is here.
Oh my goodness, Jungle! Hello, nice to see you.
Jungle, don't buy any more stickers, man. Just keep it for yourself, so you can get all the.
Have you seen his tweets about? He's been on Gary Gensler for the last couple of months. Like, he is like a bulldog.
Oh, let's see.
Oh, he's been tearing Gary Gensler a new one. It's been great.
Poor Gary. Can you imagine Gary and Elizabeth Warren what they get to talk about nowadays.
Oh my goodness! It's so obvious that she's in somebody's pocket.
Damn, Jungle's got 119,000 followers.
He's doing great. Good content.
Thanks, Jungle. Jerry. This is a good one. This was funny. I saw this one. Because who's this? Who's this a-hole? He's got 2 statues. Yeah. This was one of mine. What's this one? Why does Ripple want the AMM so much? I found the answer from Ripple's summary in the Zakhanov case. Highly confidential. More than half of Ripple's on-demand liquidity cost consists of fees paid to market. Ooh, really?
Yeah.
To market makers who provide the necessary liquidity in what? In illiquid ODL channels. Despite delisting in the US, XRP was apparently the only sufficiently liquid market there that did not require Ripple to pay XRP, rather for them to do it on their own. The AMM is the ultimate solution. Anyone can make themselves a market maker, true, and earn money not through additional friction or cost, but increasing liquidity. That's a lot of work, John.
I thought the best thing Ripple could have ever done, and they never did this, was facilitate an open source pool for the entire community to participate in, so that the community could drive a liquidity pool for the market, not these private actors. To actually have a public AMM.
Yeah. You know what? That'd be great. And then I also heard there's a grassroots product going on where people want to get Cardano or want to bring USDC onto Cardano.
They should.
Yeah. Shaolin says it right. I've seen so many good products crash simply because the market wasn't mature yet. And this is the thing, like, this is my thesis, is that every year everybody says, okay, now it's here. Now we're at mass adoption. I don't think we're anywhere near it. So this next blow off top bull run, it always happens. Everybody gets way ahead of themselves because there's too many different tourists. And they keep saying, this is it, mass adoption, it's here. But the technology hasn't caught up yet. And it's like, even people will say, well, the ETF's going to bring everybody in. It's bringing a lot of people, but I mean, you gotta convince these people who think that listen to Gary Gensler and Elizabeth Warren and everybody else that say, oh, it's for illicit activity and drug users and gun runners and everything else. And they got to understand that that's not the case. So we may have won the battle, but we didn't win the war. It's going to take some time.
It's a war of attrition. There is no doubt about it.
Yeah. Oh, big tax implications coming on ETFs. There was we did a video, me and Sheehan, yesterday, and it was about, we call it the HODL tax. And it was all about that percentage that you have to pay for. There's a little bit of tax accrued with that. So watch that video yesterday. Sheehan kind of lays it out better than I'm just doing it right now. Let's see.
Hey, I have a question. You're still affiliated with iTrust Capital, correct?
Oh yeah, they're right there. Oh, speaking of which, I forgot to tell everybody this. You know that well, actually, no, Jerry, go ahead and ask your question.
Well, I was just going to say that I've done a lot of like trying to figure out what is the best way to hold some of these things. That iTrust Cap, now that they have taken the fee away, and they derive their revenue from the trading within the fund. Yeah. Right. If you just buy your Bitcoin, for me, it's $3,000 a year. $3,000 a year in my iTrust Capital Bitcoin account. There is nothing on the planet with a better ROI when you factor in the downstream cashing out element of it.
Yes. Yeah.
There's nothing on the planet better than that. Now, the only risk factor is, will they be here in 20 years when I want to collect it? Yeah. And that's an unknown. I don't know. That's a risk factor I've got to consider.
Well, even with iTrust, they even say like there is no commingling of funds. That's what they have as far as like on the books, and they have regulations to assure that. Unlike FTX was like, hey, whatever we want to do because we're in the Cayman Islands. Yeah. So like with that one, it's the same thing. So like they say, even if we, for whatever reason, they go down, then the trust or everything that is actually in their accounts get transfers over to another company. And then they just take on that then they get to charge you 1% for your transaction cost. And believe me, any company would love to take that on and go, oh, you're going to give us, 10,000, 20, 50,000 different customers. Thanks. We appreciate it. And then off you go. So there's one thing I wanted to say about iTrust. I've had them for 2 years. I think maybe I've had them. Now it's going to our third year, I believe. In America, you have until April 15th to buy or put into your Roth IRA from last year. And everybody has a limit. Like me personally, I have a $7,000 limit and I haven't hit that limit yet. So I have to purchase. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to do it. I didn't do it. I have to hit that limit by purchasing my Bitcoin and putting it in there. And I'm thinking about right now, because I've got different things, because iTrust for this Roth IRA, the reason why I use it is because it's a tax incentive. And people say, well, Rob, you live in Puerto Rico. Why do you use it? I don't know if I'm going to live here forever.
Right.
And at some point when I'm 59 and a half, which isn't that far away, I don't want to pay any taxes. So like if I leave, then I have a tax free. So you have until April 15th to put it in. And remember, once you get to 59 and a half years old, you can do whatever you want with that Bitcoin, and it's tax free. So this is a question from Ryoga. Does Costa Rica have tax benefits similar to Puerto Rico? That's a good question. I don't know.
No.
No. There you go. Why Costa Rica, Jerry?
Because I love it and it's safe. They have the very best property rights in all of Latin America, and the fact that they're such a partner with the United States kind of is cool. You know what I mean? So they're really friendly. It was easy. It's easy, right? Great place, great prices. I can live here at 15 cents on the dollar compared to the US, and my quality of life is incredible. And now that I have Starlink, that was the missing piece. And now that that's here,
I got to tell you, I want to commend the Starlink product, because there's been no glitches, no problems whatsoever, and it's only $15 extra a month. So that's pretty good. CryptoVerse says, Robbie, here we're 50 limit 8,000. Thank you. I don't know if they just changed that or not. Thanks. I'll update mine.
Jungle's here. Hey, Jungle.
Jungle's not 50.
No, but Jungle is smart, dude. Jungle knows a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
he really is. He's a sharp guy. He does this kind of like, oh, I'm not that sharp. I'm just a YouTuber. I'm just this normal guy. He's sharp as a tack.
I'm as sharp as a bowling ball. Let's see. Mashinsky rugged his lawyers. That's true. Pot kills motivation. I don't know. I heard it's good for, it's a great anti-inflammatory. That's what I hear from the people that I play volleyball with on the beach. I don't know if you ever come, I don't know what it's like in Costa Rica, but if you ever come to Puerto Rico, it's just, the beaches, it just kind of smells like marijuana as you're walking down it. So essentially you get
some of that. It's very distinct, that smell.
It is. If you're on a budget, then you just go down to the beach and you get high for free. Let me see if I'm motivated.
Are you still playing volleyball on the beach in the sand?
My back is still recovering, so not. But I've gone down there and I watch some friends play and stuff like that. And then I take the dog and my wife and we walk down there. We had family in for Christmas, so yeah. But it's beautiful here. It's beautiful. I'm telling you, Jerry, if you want to move out of Costa Rica, come to Puerto Rico. It's a great place.
It was an option. It was definitely an option. I lived on Hawaii, on the big island of Hawaii, for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Island life, you either love it or you don't like it. I mean, it's not a lot of middle ground.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And that's why we go back to Texas, because there's only so much, like people in Hawaii say, oh, I got to get off the rock. Yeah, same thing. Let's see. What? Paul says, hey, anywhere in the latest Ledger vulnerability that happened yesterday? Did you hear about this?
No.
You want to do a search?
I did know that there were a lot of, this was 4 or 5 months ago. Within the last 4 or 5 months, there was a lot of stuff around Hard Wallet and Ledger, and people, there was a big uproar on FinTwit about it, crypto Twitter.
Yeah, the one that I remember is about the dApps. If you connect to dApps and stuff. But I'm looking at searches and I don't see anything right now. If anybody knows something else, let me know in the comment section. But this was a dApp issue. I guess they had one of their previous employees still got compromised for their GitHub account, and then they introduced some kind of malicious code. So which I don't understand why people would ever want to take their ledger and connect it to a DApp itself. Like Ledger is just straight up cold storage. But yeah.
Oh, it was to maximize some of the other utility. Like you could start if there are certain chains that you could literally with a DApp put your assets on your ledger, but still get all the staking yield by quote unquote staking it with your ledger.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But that does not open you up. I don't know.
Man, this is why I've got multiple cold storage devices. And also I need to do another video about this one.
I can't read. What was that?
Oh, Elapal.
Oh,
I need to
air
do
gap. Sure.
Shoo. Let's see. I think that's it. Everybody else is talking about marijuana, and that's all. Let's see. I think we're good. Oh, it's been an hour. Jerry, it's been an hour exactly. We gotta get out of here, man.
Good show. Enjoy the American football playoffs, everyone. Stay safe, and let's try to be a little kinder to each other, and let's take in there's a lot of wisdom being shared between the communities here.
True.
Let's take it in and use it for good.
As best we can. Well said, Jerry.
Best we can.
All right, everybody. So that's it for today. Thanks so much for stopping by. Enjoy the football game, and we will see you guys on the next one. Thanks so much, guys. Adios.
Pura vida. Ciao.